My husband won't let me sleep. I run a forklift at a warehouse that ships appliances. 12-hour shifts, heavy loads, tight spaces. Last month, someone clipped a pallet rack and brought down 4,000 pounds of refrigerators. Dude was in the hospital for a week. I need to stay alert or I'm cooked. 3 months ago, my husband started taking calls from his friend Devin around 2 in the morning. Devin drives long-haul routes and needs someone to keep him awake. My husband would answer every time, put it on speaker, and talk for an hour right there in bed next to me. After 2 weeks of broken sleep, I started nodding off at work. I couldn't even lock in anymore. I asked him to take the calls in the living room. He said I'd wake up anyway when he got out of bed, so what was the point? I bought him wireless earbuds. He said they hurt his ears. I asked him to keep his voice down. He said Devin couldn't hear him if he whispered. By week 7, I was a wreck. I mixed up 2 orders and nearly sent a shipment to the wrong state. My boss pulled me aside and asked if I was getting enough rest. I lied and said yes. That night, I told my husband I almost screwed up badly at work. He looked at me and said, "So you want me to tell Devin to risk his life so you can sleep better?" Like I was asking him to kill someone. I started sleeping in the guest bedroom. First night, I slept 8 hours straight. My husband didn't say anything for 3 days. Then he started moving weird, making comments like, "Must be nice having your own space," and "Guess you don't need me anymore." A week later, he came to the door and said married people sleep together. I told him this was about my safety. He called me dramatic. 2 nights ago, I had the day off, so I stayed in our regular bed. Around 2 a.m., the phone rang. My husband answered and put it on speaker. He said, "Hey man, how's the road?" There was a pause. Then he laughed. "Oh yeah, I bet that was a mess." Another pause. "No way. Seriously?" That's when it clicked. I couldn't hear Devin at all. My husband had his back to me, phone glowing in his hand. I leaned over his shoulder and looked at the screen. He wasn't on a call. He was on YouTube playing some trucking podcast with the sound barely on. I grabbed the phone out of his hand. He spun around and tried to take it back, but I held it away. I checked his recent calls. The last call to Devin's number was 3 months ago. 1 minute and